Bella Hadid, rich family, super successful, supermodel, influencer, dream body. She must have the perfect life. The kind of life that women everywhere would kill to have, right?
Nope, wrong again.
I have seen people lusting after Bella Hadid, whether it be her lifestyle, and honestly I can see why. She's been voted Model of the Year, she's been on 27 Vogue magazine covers, she's signed with the prestigious modeling agency IMG Models, she's sisters with Gigi Hadid, she has 52 million followers on Instagram, she gets paid millions of dollars to look pretty, she grew up in this $85 million mansion in Beverly Hills and has allegedly had romances with several men of note including Drake, The Weeknd, and Mark Coleman. Sometimes when you compare your real life to an influencer's highlight reel, it can leave you feeling so unhappy. But here's what we do on this channel. We break down the illusion of perfect and we get back to reality. Isabella Kerr Hadid was born in October 1996 to parents Muhammad Hadid and Yolanda Hadid. She grew up in this $85 million mansion in Beverly Hills alongside her sister Gigi Hadid and brother Anwar Hadid. As a teenager, Bella was passionate about horse riding and had dreams to become an equestrian and competing in the 2016 Summer Olympics, which isn't that wild considering her dad, Muhammad Hadid, did in fact take part in the Winter Olympics in France in 1992. These dreams soon changed though, and after graduating from high school, Bella went on to begin her career in modeling. Although from the outside looking in, it can seem as though Bella's life has never been anything but sunshine and rainbows. However, like most human beings, not all is as it seems. Bella's parents, Muhammad and Yolanda, divorced in 2000 when Bella was just 4 years old. Going through the divorce of your parents is never easy, let alone when you are an impressionable, formable 4-year-old just trying to get used to the world and find safety. Then, in 2012, Bella's dreams of becoming a professional horse rider were shattered when she was diagnosed with Lyme disease, which is a bacterial infection spread by ticks, which is really bloody hard to get rid of. Contracting Lyme disease meant that Bella was bedridden for days at a time, suffering from aches and pains and nausea. Bella has been pretty open about her struggles with Lyme disease, often posting pictures getting IV drips or the symptoms that she struggles with on a day-to-day basis. As she says, there are rough days when you sleep 12 hours, you wake up at 11, and you cannot get out of bed with severe joint pain, brain fog, and anxiety. There are a lot of symptoms that you can't see from the outside but bring you to your knees on the inside. Then, in 2017, Bella was arrested in the early hours allegedly driving through Los Angeles drunk as a skunk. In fact, she was allegedly so drunk that she drove through a stop sign and nearly crashed into a Los Angeles County Sheriff's patrol car. Almost crashing into a police car whilst drink driving never goes down particularly well. Bella was promptly stopped by police and breath tested, where she blew nearly double the legal limit. Not only that, but apparently she was also driving whilst her license was suspended.
Naughty, naughty.
Now, the most shocking and sad part of Bella's life to me is her obvious struggle with her self-confidence and her looks. Growing up with a professional model as your mother and a stunning sister like Gigi Hadid, who also happens to be a professional model, has got to make you somewhat conscious of your looks. And the fact that Bella naturally looked more like her father Muhammad and her half-sisters Alana and Marielle than she did models Yolanda and Gigi is sure to knock your confidence as a young girl. Here's some old pictures of Bella Hadid, and as you can see, she was stunningly, naturally beautiful. Big blue eyes, lovely warm face, full cheeks, red lips, and I personally think that it is so nice that she so closely resembles her father's side of the family. However, Bella clearly did not think that she was beautiful. There has been a lot of speculation over the years that Bella has undergone numerous surgeries to alter her looks, with anything from a brow lift, eye lift, nose job, lip filler, extensive jaw surgery to fix her crooked jaw, cheek filler to give the illusion of high cheekbones, all of which Bella has always vehemently denied. In fact, in a 2018 interview, Bella hit back at claims that she had undergone plastic surgery, saying, "People think I got all this surgery or did this or that. And you know what? We can do a scan of my face, darling. I'm scared of putting fillers into my lips. I wouldn't want to mess up my face." But now, finally, at the ripe old age of 25, she has finally come clean and admitted in a Vogue magazine interview that she did in fact undergo surgical rhinoplasty, aka a nose job, at the tender age of 14. Considering a nose job is serious facial surgery, it's usually recommended to wait until at least the age of 18 when your nose has probably stopped growing. So the fact that Bella underwent a surgical nose job at the young age of 14 in order to erase her natural original nose to change it into this thin upturned nose, I think it just says a lot about the state of her mind back then. As she says herself, "I was the uglier sister. I was the brunette. I wasn't as cool as Gigi, not as outgoing. That's really what people said about me. And unfortunately, when you get told things so many times, you do just believe it. And it probably didn't help matters the fact that Bella's mother, Yolanda, seemingly put quite a lot of pressure on her daughters to look a certain way. Gigi, who seems to have inherited more of her mum's Dutch genes than her father's Arab genes, used to be celebrated by her mother Yolanda for her blonde hair and blue eyes. Yolanda would call her the perfect all-American girl. She's also on record as saying that if somebody is looking for an all-American girl, they're not gonna hire Bella. It seems as though Bella has been made by outside sources to feel ashamed of her genetics and her natural looks, which has resulted in her basically erasing a feature representative of her father's Middle Eastern heritage, with the hopes of adhering to a more Eurocentric definition of beauty. Small, thin nose, light eyes, and pale skin. What's even more sad is that now, as an adult with a greater understanding and respect for her Palestinian heritage, Bella now regrets undergoing her nose job at the age of 14. She says, "I wish I had kept the nose of my ancestors. I think I would have grown into it." But that's the thing. When you surgically alter your bone structure, if you change your mind later down the track, you can never get your original features back. They're gone. While we're on the topic of mental health and happiness, I want to thank this video's very special sponsor, Aura. Aura is a mental health and wellness app that I have been obsessing over since I downloaded it. As you guys might know if you've been following me for a while, I deal pretty horrendously with anxiety and OCD, and sometimes I find it really bloody hard to calm down and get myself into a better headspace. Aura has been such a useful tool for me in helping me relax, breathe, and just overall feel calmer and more in control of my own brain and mental health. Aura is so different to simply watching a video on meditation on YouTube or reading a self-help book. The Aura app has partnered with hundreds of mental health and wellness experts who provide you with targeted help such as therapy, meditation, CBT, breathwork, prayer, life coaching, ASMR, and soothing music. Mental health struggles can be so different for different people, and so what works for some people may not work for others. Like for example, meditation might not really be your thing, but CBT therapy really helps you. You might not feel benefit from traditional talk therapy, but breath work really helps calm you down. Aura is such an amazing destination for mental health because it encompasses all these different therapy resources in the one app right at your fingertips, so no matter what you're feeling, there will be something there to help you and bring you back to earth. To put it simply, Aura is basically Spotify, but for your mental health. There is something for everyone. Now, personally, I love the breathwork meditations. I find that when I put on one of these 4-minute videos and concentrate on my breath, it just calms me down, it helps me recenter, and leaves me feeling so relaxed, and it's so nice. To get started on Aura, you simply fill out a quick questionnaire that Aura uses to personalize the app to your needs. So if any of you guys struggle with your mental health like I do, you might want to give Aura a go and see if it can help you. Aura is offering the first 500 people to click the link in my description box a free trial and an exclusive 25% off membership discount. Bella has also recently opened up about feeling so insecure in herself and her body that she actually developed an eating disorder. She says, "I always ask myself, how did a girl with incredible insecurities, anxiety, depression, body image issues, eating issues, who hates to be touched, who has intense social anxiety, what was I doing getting into this business?" Honestly, I feel like Bella would have been happier as a horse rider than a model. She says, "I was on this calorie counting app, which was like the devil to me. I'd pack my little lunch with my 3 raspberries, my celery stick. I was just trying, I realize now, to feel in control of myself when I felt so out of control of everything else." That is so sad, you guys. That is not a meal. That is not enough. That is nowhere near enough food to sustain a body. Diet culture has so much to answer for. And again, rightly or wrongly, my thoughts come back to her mother, Yolanda Hadid. I'm not sure what their mother-daughter relationship is like, but sometimes having a domineering, successful, powerful mother who, whether knowingly or not, puts pressure on you to look and act a certain way can have disastrous effects on the daughter. Yolanda is well documented obsessing over her daughter's diets and bodies. In fact, in an old episode of The Real Housewives, Yolanda was filmed shaming Gigi for eating a slice of cake at her own graduation party.
This is the hardest for being on our diet.
I have to have a bite for good luck, though. Mommy, you're gonna have a little bite with me. Yes, you are.
Okay, you give me a little bite, I give you a little bite. But not too big, no, that's too big, the half of that.
Gigi's in charge of her own diet, but to be on your best weight, you gotta make the right choices.
This is you. You know what, Gigi? I think that's it. Yeah. I'll do this. How is it? I can't believe you just did that.
Now, admittedly, this is Yolanda trying to control Gigi and what Gigi looks like and what Gigi eats. And we don't really know how she treated Bella. And that's the thing. You never know what goes on behind closed doors. I actually hope that Bella downloads the Aura app because she has been quite open about her own mental health struggles, specifically her struggles with anxiety. To her credit, she's posted quite a few pictures of her mid-crying on her Instagram, which is actually super brave to do. No one looks overly polished or glam when in the middle of a bloody breakdown. I know when I cry, my face puffs up, my eyes go red, I have snot everywhere, but Bella has chosen to specifically post these pictures where she doesn't look super polished. She doesn't look particularly glam. I mean, she's bloody crying her eyes out because she wants her followers to know that social media isn't real and that life isn't always as perfect as it looks on social media. As she says herself, even though on Instagram things look so beautiful, at the end of the day, we are all cut from the same cloth. I would have really depressive episodes and my mum or my doctor would ask me how I was, and instead of having to respond in text, I would just send them a photo. It was the easiest thing for me to do at the time because I was never able to explain how I was feeling. I would just be in excruciating and debilitating mental and physical pain, and I didn't know why. And Bella's mental health struggles don't end there. As she says in a Vogue magazine interview, for 3 years while I was working, I would wake up every morning hysterical, in tears, alone. I wouldn't show anybody that. I would go to work, cry at lunch in my little green room, finish my day, go to whatever random little hotel I was in for the night, cry again, wake up in the morning and do the same thing. So I think this just goes to show, guys, you should never judge a book by its cover. Yes, from the outside looking in, it honestly looks like Bella Hadid lives a dream life. Beautiful face, beautiful body, super successful, super rich. What more could you want? But actually, at the end of the day, Bella Hadid is just the same as anyone else. Like she says, we are all cut from the same cloth. And just because my struggles might be different to Bella or your struggles might be different to Bella doesn't mean that her life is any better than yours. I'm gonna leave this video here, guys. I love your guts and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.